Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to March Madness here on WCET in the Grandville AV class, brought to you by the District Number 7 basketball here at Grandville. This week, the visiting Jenison Wildcats taking on the home on the scoreboard, the Grandville Bulldogs. Starting lineups for Grandville: number 2, Richardson; number 3, Rakowski; number 20, Garang; number 24, Gregor; and number 44, DeVries. And for the visiting Jenison Wildcats, wearing green tonight with a black and a little white trim, Stedman; number 1, number 5, Maynard; number 13, Dooch; number 14, Stickler; and number 21, Chatfield. Head coaches are Michael Van Hecken for Grandville and Corey Timmer for the Jenison Wildcats. Both teams coming in this contest at 2-12 overall, or in the conference, 16-6 overall. So the season split was here at Grandville. The Grandville Bulldogs lost in overtime 45-44, but when they traveled to Jenison, Grandville won that game 38-33. So we're just right ready for our tip-off between the Wildcats and the Bulldogs here in the Grandville Dog Pound. 8 minutes are on the clock, and we are just ready for the tip. The tip is going to be won by the Bulldogs. That's Richardson with the basketball. The winner will play Byron Center on Wednesday here at Grandville at 5:30. Hopefully you can join this run here in March Madness as the Bulldogs failed to score. That was DeVries, and we're going to have a held ball. Possession will favor the Wildcats. So here come the Wildcats with 7:38 to go here in our first quarter. That's number 5 for the Wildcats. That was Maynard, tossing the ball off, no good. Was Maynard on the shot, and here comes Rakowski. Gets it over to Gregor. Gregor gonna drive, finds DeVries, going to be tipped out for the Wildcats. Nearly a minute in, and nobody's taken any shots for baskets, and we're going to have our first foul of the evening. And it's going to go to the Bulldogs. Foul's on number 44, DeVries. That's here first, and the team first. Stickler is at the line, shoot a pair. He hits the first. Shoots granted 2. Seals fouled on the shot. 7:05 to go here in our first quarter, and the Wildcats take the lead at 1-0. So Rakowski with the basketball. Gets it over to DeVries. DeVries gets it back to Rakowski, no good, and Rakowski gets the tip out. That's Gregor. Working inside to Garang. It's going to be tipped out to DeVries. The triple try for Richardson, no good. Garang had a good handle on it, just couldn't handle it. And the Wildcats will have it. So they lead by 1-0. An arid pass for the Wildcats, and the Bulldogs look to get things going here. That's Richardson. Gets it over to Gregor. Season split in the series, so you really don't know who's going to win this game. Is Rakowski no good? Follow-up also no good. The third time the charm, no. That was DeVries and Garang on the shots. And the Bulldogs retain with the basketball. It's do or die time as we're in March Madness. You throw the records out the door because you see it last week where the Bulldogs failed to get enough points to move on And Garang's going to pick up her first foul, team second. Bulldogs got taken care of by the Wildcats last week at Jenison, so their season's over. And we also seen some other local teams go down in defeat in the first round or the second round. That's Maynard with the basketball. That's going to be knocked off the knee of... It's hard to see the Jenison numbers here, so give me a second to get them all situated. Who has the basketball? So the Wildcats have the basketball. We could just say that. It's hard to see. Is the 2-point shot no good for the Wildcats? That looked like number 1 on the shot. That was Stedman. That's Rakowski, the triple. Not even near the rim, and that one's going to go to Jenison. 1-0 is the score, 5:12 to go. You see substitutions for both teams. Prez for the Grandville Bulldogs. Five minutes to go here in our first. 1-0 is the score. Wildcats on top with the basket by Stickler on the free throw line. Maynard the triple, good. So Maynard gets in the scorebook. It's 4-0. Wildcats on top of the Bulldogs. That's Rakowski. Gets it over to Garang, to Perez. Perez has it over to Richardson. 4.5 to go. 4-0. Remains a score. Wildcats looking to get on the scorebook. Richardson, this try, 3-point, that's going to go off of Garang, and it go to the Wildcats. We're going to see Dallett check in for the Bulldogs. She'll replace number 20, Garang. Wildcats working inside, and we're going to see an offensive foul here on the Wildcats. It's going to be on number 24, or 20. That's actually number 3, Selena Titus. And Titus is going to pick up a foul. Her first, team first. Perez with the basketball. Low scoring here in the first quarter, as it should be, between two teams that are fairly matched in the record column. That's Richardson. Over to Perez. Perez is going to pop a shot. No good. And getting a rebound was number 3, Rakowski. And Rakowski gets in the scorebook and cuts the lead to 2 points, 4-2. And a foul is going to be on the Bulldogs. Richardson, her first, and the team third. And Stickler back at the line to shoot a pair. First one is no good for Stickler. Stedman checks in for the Wildcats. And Stickler, who is 1 for 3 from the line, splits the pair as she did in her first time. She was 2 for 4 and starts the lead back out to 3. Lead was 4 at one time. It was 4-0. Bulldogs answer with a 2-point basket. And then a free throw for Stedman to make it 5-2. That's Perez with the basketball on the drive. Gets it over to Rakowski. That's DeVries to Dallett. Richardson's the only one that hasn't touched the basketball yet. On this trip down the court, they'll get over to DeVries, back to Rakowski. Rakowski up, no good. DeVries cleanup duty's no good. And the Wildcats with 2.5 to go. Take the basketball down. That's going to be a turnover for the Wildcats. That was intended pass was to number 14 in Stickler. So Perez will have it after the turnover by the Wildcats. It's over to DeVries to Rakoski. Rakoski to Richardson. Richardson's going to pull. Good. And Richardson has 2 points now and gets the game back within one at 5-4. Wildcats lead by 1. As DeVries gets the rebound. Gets it over to Rakoski. Under 2 minutes to go here in our first. A low-scoring first quarter. Jenison jumps out to a 4-0 lead, and it's been a 4-1 run for the Bulldogs. That's Perez. Perez up. No good. Tip out and stayed by Dellett. Over to Richardson. Richardson over to Perez is thinking about the three. She is no good, and she will get the long rebound. And it'll get to Richardson. Over to Dellett. Dellett to Perez. Minute and 20 to go. That's DeVries. Fouls 3-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. That's Dallett. Dallett's going to pull. Good. And Grandville takes the lead. 6-5. Bulldogs by 1 with a minute to go. Winner advances to face the Bulldogs of Pine Center here at Grandville. Grandville looking to punch their ticket to the semifinal for the district final. Grandville coming off a pair of wins against Thornapple Kellogg and Allendale, respectively, to end their season. So they're on a 2-game winning streak. 30 seconds to go. That's Perez with the basketball. It's guarded by Titus. As Rakoski will back it up with 20 seconds to go. Rakoski on the drive, and we're going to pick up a Jenison foul. And that foul is going to be on number Chatfield, number 21, her first, team second. And it'll be inbounds, out of bounds with 14.6 on the clock. So it'll be Richardson with the basketball. Gets it over to Rakoski, who falls on her, does not fall completely on the ground, so she saves the turnover. 8 seconds to go. 4 seconds, and Richardson will take the triple. No good. And that's how we'll end our first quarter with a score of the Bulldogs 6 and the Wildcats 5. We'll return in just a few moments. You're watching District Basketball. Welcome back to Grandville High School. We're in to the start the second quarter with the Bulldogs lead by 1 at 6-5. We're in district action, District 7 of the pre-district round here in the 2024 high school basketball March Madness state tournament. And Grandville will start with the basketball here for the second quarter. It's Rakoski with the basketball. 4-0 was the score, and Bulldogs have got the edge right now, 6-1 in the scoring column. And we're going to get an offensive foul on a legal screen. Heat will pick up her first. and the team first of the second quarter. And Jenison will have the basketball. Jenison and we'll pick up a foul here on the Bulldogs. And Perez is going to pick up her first, team second. 2 quick fouls for Grandville here in less than 10 seconds. The triple, nope, the ball's in the corner. And almost stepping out of bounds where the Wildcats, but they'll retain possession. And a miscommunication there for the Wildcats. That was number 21, Chatfield, and the intended pass was to her teammate. So it'll be Grandville basketball. That's Perez with the basketball. That's Dallett. Dallett's going to pull. No good. And the rebound will go to the Wildcats of Jenison, the visiting Wildcats. Quick drive over from Jenison here to Grandville. The triple try is good for number 5, Maynard. Maynard has 2 triples in the ballgame. And Jensen's back up by 2, 8-6. The Wildcats are led by Maynard with 6, both on triples. And the Bulldogs come up empty on the trip down the court. Wildcats looking inside. That's 5, Maynard. 2-point basket, no good, and Dallett is going to get the rebound. Dallett can dribble, and she will. Gets it over to Perez. That's 10 at Haight. Koski. Dallett. Haight loses it. And the Bulldogs getting a little turnover happy here. So leave up the wide open 3. It's good. Stedman picks up the 3. And we get our first timeout of the game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for the Bulldogs. Each team has 5 timeouts to their credit. 2 30s and 3 fulls. Grandville will take their first one at 5:40 of the second quarter. We seen it last week in the boys district basketball where Kelvin Christian takes 4 timeouts in the first quarter. Even in the first half, they take 4 timeouts. They didn't take their 5th one till in the fourth quarter when the game was out of hand. As Rakoski got it from number 24, Gregor. She'll have the basketball with 5.5 to go. 11-6 is the score. Grandville trailing by 5. The visiting Wildcats looking to knock off the home team on the scoreboard and in the district. And on the drive is number 11, Perez, and she will get fouled. 13 is going to pick up Duke. It's going to pick up first, team first, and at the line is Perez for 2. Perez's first is good. Cuts the lead within 4. Perez looking to go 2 for 2 from the line and get the Bulldogs back within 3, but she cannot. Score is now 11-7. Wildcats lead by 4. As Perez is 1 for 2 from the line. And Stickler is 2 for 4 from the line. It's the only free throws that we got taken today. High pass. That's Maynard over to Stedman. Back to Maynard. Maynard over to, I can't see the number, but Stedman receives it. Stedman in the light purple shoes at the top of the key. They'll work it around to the Wildcats. The triple try in the corner. No good. And Gregor gets it over to Rakowski. 4.5 to go. Rakowski on the drive, puts one up, and she's going to go to the line to shoot two. See who the foul's on. It's going to be on number 14. Actually, it's on Butler. Her first, team second. And Rakowski is at the line to shoot two. First one's good. She leads the Bulldogs with 3 points. Stickler checks in. Rakowski's second is good. She is 2 for 2 from the line, has 4 points, and the lead is now cut to 2, 11-9 Wildcats. Low scoring first quarter was 6-5. So in this quarter it is 3-6, 6-3 run for the Wildcats of Jenison. That's Chatfield with the basketball. At the top, and we're going to pick up a 30-second timeout to the Wildcats in Corey Timmer. Head coach, take that one at 3:56 of our second quarter. (11-9) score. 2-12 Wildcats, and the 2-12 in conference. 16-6 Bulldogs and Wildcats. Quick timeout there for the Wildcats. They break the Bulldogs. They break the huddle, and we're just waiting for the Wildcats, and then we'll remain back in play. Wildcats coming into the game on a one-game winning streak. They beat Zeeland East last week. So they're on a one-game winning streak. 52-33 was that score against Zeeland East. That was at home, so their senior night went off with a good note. The student section in getting into the ball game, cheering on their Bulldogs. Bulldogs in the white, Wildcats in the green. Both in the OK Red Conference, which will remain until next year. We'll get a triple try, good. It's good for the Wildcats. Well, Bulldogs looking to answer, and coming out of nowhere was Perez to get the basketball. 14-9 is the score. Wildcats on top by 5. Triple try, no good. You know what, when they don't make the shot, they go after the shot. Ball is held, and it will favor the Wildcats. Bryn Timmer checks in for the Wildcats. .2:40 to go. Wildcats have the basketball. Under the tutelage of Corey Timmer. The assistants are Dan Vanderwall, Mike Chatfield, and a whole lot more. That one's going to get to Durang's hats and go off Richardson. And that one's tipped out to the backcourt for the Wildcats. Still remain with it. 14-9 is the score. The triple try is no good. And a nice hustle there for the Wildcats. And they'll turn it over. Nice hustle there by number 21 in Chatfield. And it's going to be a turnover. And it's going to go to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have a Don't have to travel the full length of the court. It was over and back for the Wildcats. That's Richardson over to Rakowski. Back to Richardson in the corner of the triple try. No good. Nice box out by Garang. Richardson over to Perez. Perez up. And Perez is going to get fouled here, much to the disgrace of the Wildcat faithful. Fouls on number 22, 21, Chatfield, her second. Team third. DeVries checks in. Replace Garang. Richardson has it. Just 5 seconds to go. She gets it into Greg with a triple. No good. And the rebound will go in favor of the Wildcats. Minute and 40 to go. 14-9 remains the score. Been idle here in the scoring department. That's Stickler. Wildcats not impatient here with the basketball. They'll shoot for three, no good. Nice box out by the Wildcats. The second time to try, no. And the Bulldogs have a minute to go here in our second quarter. Bulldogs led by 1, 6-5 after one. And they trail 14-9 here in the second. And we're going to pick up a foul on the Wildcats. Fouls. Stedman, her first, team fourth. Titus checks in. And Dooch checks in for the Wildcats. Richardson with the basketball for the Bulldogs. That's Rakowski. And we're going to pick up another foul, and that's going to be 2 shots for the Bulldogs. Fouls on number 3, Titus. Her second, team fifth. And at the line to shoot 2, number 3, Rakowski. 3 for 3 from the line is Rakowski. That's actually Maynard's foul. They give it to Maynard, not Titus. And Rakowski's 4 for 4 from the line. He took the friendly bounce from the rim this time. And they'll trail by 3, 14-11. That's Titus. Gets it over to 14 in Stickler. Stickler. Work it around. Do the Wildcats. Stickler. Titus. 30 seconds to go. Titus with the basketball. Guarded by Richardson. That's Titus. Got it for number 5 in Maynard. And Titus is going to nail the triple. Mm-hmm. 17-11, 10 seconds to go. Lead is 6 for the Wildcats. They'll work it inside to DeVries, and that's how we're going to probably finish. Unless we get a 3-quarter court. I don't think we're going to get a 3-quarter court. So after 2 quarters of the play, the score is the Wildcats 17 and the Bulldogs 11. We'll return in just a few moments. You're watching District 7 pre-district round here in the 2024 Girls Basketball March Madness.
Nearly 1,500 of the state's top student athletes are recognized this year through the Scholar Athlete Award presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Visit the NHSAA website for a list of this year's applicants, finalists, and scholarship recipients, and information about the 2023-2024 awards program.
Welcome back to District 7 pre-district round between the visiting Jenison Wildcats and the host, the Grandville Bulldogs. We're in March Madness time, winner go home time. Bulldogs trail by 6 after 2 quarters of play, 17-11. The Bulldogs are led by Gracie Rakowski with 6. 4 for 4 from the line is Grace. The Wildcats are led by Maynard with 3 triples. Winner will play Byron Center on Wednesday here at Grandville. The other part of the district includes Hudsonville and Wyoming playing tonight. Hudsonville and Wyoming are tied after 2 quarters of play, 22-22. So the Eagles and the Wolves are battling it out at Wyoming. And the Primacy will play the East Kentwood Falcons. So it'll be Bulldog basketball to start the third quarter. The winner of this game plays Byron Center. The winner of the Hudsonville Wyoming game plays East Kentwood here on Wednesday. So in conjunction with the AV class here at Grandville, it's WCTTV, the Hudsonville Grandville Community Station, and the Ville Sports Network. With the students here at Grandville High School in the AV class taking control of the district here at Grandville. And then the Hudsonville Grandville Community Media and WCTTV, the Ville Sports Network, will be in Hudsonville for Hudsonville Union Christian taking on the winner of tonight's game over at Kelloggsville. The Kelloggsville Rockets and the Wyoming Lee Legends. I said Rebels. It's Legends. It's DeVries. Gets it. Grandville comes up empty on their first trip, and so do the Wildcats. 1 minute in, and we still remain at 17-11. That's Perez. Up, and she's going to draw a foul. It's going to be on number 5, Maynard, I believe. That should be her second. Nope, it's on 13, Dooch, her second. And Perez is shooting one more. She hits the one. She's 2 for 2 for line is Perez. And cuts the lead within 4. It's 17-13. If Grandville wins tonight, it'll be the battle of the Bulldogs. That one's going to be a turnover. And that's what's haunting Jenison right now is turnovers. Just Grandville cannot capitalize on those turnovers. Otherwise, I think Grandville Bulldogs could be on top. Sitting maybe by a half dozen or so. That's DeVries outside to Rakowski to Perez. Perez is going to go looping under, no good. Ball's on the floor, tie up. And I believe it's going to be actually there's going to be a foul on the play. Foul's going to be on Dooch, her third. And the team second. Grandville retains with the possession. That's Richardson to triple. Good! And Richardson has 5 now. Leads now within 1, 17-16. Grandville off to a hot start here. 5 straight points for the Bulldogs. That's going to be the Wildcats' easy basket, but no good. And it's going to go to the Bulldogs. It goes off for the Wildcats. Titus checks in. And Bryn Timmer checks in. (17-16), just a tick under 6. That's Rakowski with the basketball. Gets it to Perez. I don't know if Perez was anticipating in the pass, but she got it. That's Richardson. Perez to Gregor. Gregor, spin, out to Richardson. Richardson pops one. Good. And Richardson is hot now. She has 5 straight. And we got an 18-17 lead. Stolen by Rakoski. Stolen back by the Wildcats. Ball too hot to handle for Rakoski. Here comes Titus. Titus up the middle, and she will draw a foul on the Bulldogs. On control goes Titus. And Perez is going to pick up the foul. Her second. Team first. Triple try, no good for Titus. And the rebound going in favor of the Wildcats, and back-to-back fouls for the Bulldogs. Perez picks up her third. 2 quick fouls here for Perez. And number 22 will check in. That's O'Leary. False start on the referees. Now we're back in play. O'Leary's not in. She was going to replace Perez, I believe. Working around to the Wildcats of Jenison, the visiting green, hard-to-read jerseys for Jenison. That's Richardson with the basketball. Gets it over to Perez. To Richardson. Back to Gregor. Gregor inside to DeVries, and we're going to pick up a loose foul here. And it's going to be on number 5, I believe. It's actually on 21. And Chatfield, her third. And DeVries will be shooting a pair. 0 for 1 is DeVries now. She has one more. O'Leary checks in for Perez. So DeVries, one more. That one's good. DeVries goes 1 for 2 from the line. 19-17 is the score. Bulldogs lead by 2. After trailing for most of the ball game, they got it within one. Had a lead of 1 point, but it's been the Wildcats have been getting the baskets to fall. That's Titus. Two-point basket, no good for the Wildcats of Jenison. The traveling green tonight. They'll work it inside to DeVries, back out to Gregor with the triple. No good. Gregor gets the rebound. Gets it out to Rakoski. Rakoski's thinking about it. She does. No good. And that's just inside the arc for 2. No good are the Wildcats. And we're going to pick up a foul on the floor. DeVries picks up her second. Team third. Dallett checks in for Richardson. Ball remained with the Wildcats. On the far end, you can't read the numbers from way up here, but that's Titus. We know that. Just some players you can tell. That's Rakoski over to Gregor. Gregor losing it right to the Wildcats. That's Titus. With 3.5 to go, 19-17 is the score. Wildcats trail by 2. They have the basketball. They work it inside. That's almost a travel. But she must have stayed on her feet. Nice defense here by Grandville as they let the Wildcats answer with Stedman. Stedman has 5 now. Tied at 19. It's Rakoski, no good. They'll work it up to Titus, do the Wildcats. Titus on the drive. Offensive foul on Titus. Nice take there. Nice take there by the Bulldog defense to get the lean in by Titus. That'll be team number 4 on the Wildcats. Heat checks in for O'Leary. Garang's going to check in. Too late. So it'll be Rakowski with the basketball. Got it from Gregoire. Rakowski. Dalit. Gregoire. They'll work it inside to DeVries. DeVries picks up the dribble and traveling. Shuffle the feet. And we're still tied at 19. Garang's going to check in for DeVries. Looks like number 12, Leah Dooch, is going to check in, 13. Maynard's going to check in for number 15. Maynard's going to check in. Ball game. Titus gets it in. It's going to the backcourt, and it's going to go to Bulldogs. Wildcats got to learn patience here. Just get the ball into the first girl and work it up the court. 2:25 to go. Wildcats, Bulldogs. All knotted up at 19. Low scoring basketball game. That's Rakowski up, and then she's going to shoot 2. Gracie Rakowski at the line to shoot 2. Stedman picks up her second, team 5th. And don't matter, fouls are the double bonus for the Bulldogs now. Or for the Wildcats of the 5 fouls. Double bonus for the Bulldogs. Rakowski hits. She's 5 for 5 now from the line and goes 6 for 6. She is 6 for 6. She has 8 points. Does Rakowski and leads the Bulldogs by 2. 21-19. And Titus is going to travel. Took a few extra steps for Titus. And it will go to the Bulldogs. These two teams are tied 16-6, 2-12 from the OK Red. 2 minutes to go. We played back on the 1st of January and the 2nd of February. They won on the opposite home court, or the Bulldogs lost on their home court, but the Wildcats lost on their home court to the Bulldogs. So on the road is home cooking. Triple tries good. For the Wildcats. They lead by 1, now 22-21. Patience here by the Wildcats will fundamentally get you into the next round as Garang's going to block it. That's Dalit. Over to Rakowski. To Gregoire. Gregoire's got Dalit on the one side, and then she's got, that was Haight. That's Dalit. Over to Haight. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. With 57.3 seconds to go in the third. (22-21) is the score. The Bulldogs trail by 1. There's Butler hit the three-point basket. I thought that's who hit it. Just can't tell with the hair and the jerseys and the color of the jerseys tonight. So Butler gets the Wildcats up by a single point, and the Bulldogs take the timeout, and they will retain with the basketball. 53.7, 22-21. Recapping you from the first quarter, it's 6-5 Bulldogs, and it was Wildcats 11-17-11. Rakowski puts it in for 2. She has 10 overall and puts the lead back out to 1 by the Bulldogs. Titus with the basketball with 30 seconds to go. Wildcats looking to stall the ball much as they can. I thought it was a travel. Everybody else agrees with me on the Bulldog side, but it still remains with the Wildcats. That's Butler. Wide, even close to the rim. 12.5 still time here for the Bulldogs to go get a bigger lead going into the fourth. They have 12.5. That's Rakoski. Took 2 seconds to get from one side to the other court. That's Rakoski, the triple. Short, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, and that's how we'll end our third quarter with the Bulldogs leading by one. We'll return in just a few moments. You're watching District 7's pre-district round between the Bulldogs and the Wildcats. Welcome back to District 7 pre-district round between the Bulldogs and the Wildcats of Jenison. The visiting Wildcats against the home Grandville Bulldogs. Bulldogs look to stay alive here. They got 8 minutes to go to remain alive. And if they remain alive, they'll play the other Bulldogs from just south of here, the Byron Center Bulldogs. Get you updates on any other games in this district round. We only got one game going on as we speak. About 5 or so miles down the road at Wyoming High School, the battle of the Wolves and the Eagles. We'll get you that score in our next dead ball. We'll get you an update from that game. Wildcats stolen by Rakoski. Rakoski up. Rakoski good. Rakoski at 12. And the Bulldogs stretch the lead out to 3. No lead is safe in this basketball game. We see the Wildcats go on a run. We've seen the Bulldogs go on a run. And short on the play, and you can't give up. Bulldogs gave up on that one. And we're going to pick up a Bulldog foul. Grang picks up her second. Team first of the fourth quarter. As press checks in for Richardson. Triple try. Good. You can't leave her open. Maynard has 12 now. All on triples. Lead back up, or the game is now tied at 25 with 6.5 to go. Garang out to Haight. Haight has the basketball. Haight sees the open lane, and we pick up a offensive foul on the Bulldogs. It's on Garang, I believe. That'll be her third. DeVries. That was a good play there for Haight. She saw the open lane, but Garang causes the foul on the offense. 25-25, 6 and 20 to go. Bulldogs have it. It's Rakoski up. Rakoski no good. A tip around. It's saved by Rakoski right to Gregor. DeVries. They'll work it around. That's Rakoski. Rakoski no good. Gregor has it, and tie-up will favor the Bulldogs. DeVries gets it to Haight. Haight with the basketball over to Rakowski. Back to Gregor. Gregor over to Haight. Haight's going to pull. Good. Haight gets in the scorebook. And the Bulldogs now lead by 2, 27-25. Just foul on the Bulldogs. It's going to be on number 10, Haight, her second. Team third. Bulldogs looking at a little foul trouble here with 5.5 to go. Triple try, no good. Battle for rebound is corralled by the Bulldogs. Rakowski, no good. Rakowski has it out to Gregor. Nice box out there by Rakowski to get it. Gregor over to Rakowski. Rakowski traveling. Enough time to travel all the way back to Jenison down that one. Timeout, full timeout. Grandville, they have 2 fulls left. Jenison has 4 remaining, 3 fulls and a 30 to their pocket. The Bulldogs lead by 2, 27-25. The last check, it's still at halftime over at Wyoming. Keep you updated on that and any other scores that come across the airwaves. So Grandville takes the full timeout. So it'll be Wildcat basketball after the timeout. Wildcats have 10 seconds to clear the half-court circle, the line. Grandville playing some tough defense here. It's going to be stolen by Richardson. Get it up to Rakowski. Rakowski, good. Assist to Richardson. So Rakowski is 14 now. Starts to lead out to 4 with just a tick under 5, and we're going to take a full timeout, Jenison style, with 4:50 to go. So Bulldogs taking on the Wildcats here at Grandville. The district host for District 7 is Grandville. So tune in to the Grandville Athletics and see who each team has to play and when and what time and where it is and all that as we continue on in district play. As tonight's the first night for district basketball all across the state, and it will continue for the next 3 weeks. Boys are going to be in regional play tomorrow. All across the state, looking to go to the quarterfinals next week. Well, the girls going to be in regional finals next week. Last 4 minutes and 50 seconds is going by. Hopefully will go by in favor of the Wildcat or the Bulldogs if they want to move on. To face their counterpart, the other Bulldogs from Byron Center. Wildcats get it in. The Bulldog faithful getting a little displacing, or not displacing, but yelling for their team for a defense. Chatfield gets it in for 2. She has 2 points now. 29-27. Bulldogs lead by 2. That's DeVries. Gets it over to Richardson. It's wide open for 3. No good. And we're going to pick up a foul here on the Bulldogs, number 11 in Perez. That'll be her 4th. 4 minutes to go. See what the Bulldogs do here. They got the 2-man up, 3 back. Wildcats looking. Bulldogs looking for a turnover. The Wildcats, and they get one. Rakoski up. Rakoski good. She has 6 now. 16 in the game. 31-27. Stolen. And it's going to be a foul on Titus for the Wildcats. That'll be her 3rd. Nice job there for the steal for the the Bulldogs. Bulldogs looking to get some more points on the board. That's going to be a tip out, and Rakoski is going to get it back. 3:40 to go. Rakoski with the basketball. They lead by 4 to the Bulldogs. No lead has been safe in tonight's ball game. We've seen it where Jenison led right out of the gate at 4-0. That's Rakoski, or that's not Rakoski, that's Perez. Perez bowls over Titus, and Titus is going to pick up a foul. That's going to be her 4th. And she's down for a little while. She must have jammed her finger or something because she's not happy. And Stickler's going to check in. Titus picks up 2 quick ones, and Titus is a little irate. I can see why. That last one was kind of a cheap foul. It's Richardson. Gets it to Perez, and that's going to be a turnover. I think the patience right now for Grandville's what you need to step it up just a little bit more on patience, but not. Timmer's going to check, or Butler's going to check in. That's the wrong number there. Butler's going to check in. Defense here by Grandville. Force another turnover. Last 2 trips, they got a turnover. 3 minutes to go. 31-27. Bulldogs lead by 4. Looking to move on. And DeVries is going to get the block. That's Rakoski. Got it back from Perez. Rakoski going to set it up here with 2:48 to go. DeVries. That's Perez. Back to Rakoski. This is the patience you want to see out of a team. And the foul's going to be on the Wildcats. It's going to be on 14 in Stickler, her 1st, and the team 3rd. 2 more and the Bulldogs will be in the double bonus. 1 more and the Wildcats will be in the double bonus. That's Richardson. We'll tip it out and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Intended receiver was Perez. 2:39 to go. Now what's the game plan here for Grandville? Just play as much time as you can. That's going to be tipped out. Nice defense here by Jenison. And we're going to pick up foul on the Bulldogs of Team 5. Richardson picked up her 2nd, shooting 2. Is Stickler. First one's no good. And Gregor is going to check in for number 10 in Haight. Grandville faithful making some noise, and she's over 2 from the line. And Rakoski has it with 2.5 to go. Rakowski up to Richardson. Richardson, best idea to slow it up, get it out. They do. Rakowski's going to call it to play. Rakowski has it, gets it over to Perez. Playing a little keep away. That's going to be stolen. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. Dooch checks in. 2 minutes to go. It's worth the price of admission here at Grandville High School. That's going to be a travel. And it's going to go to the Bulldogs with a minute and 56 to go. Timeout, full timeout. Coach Michael Van Hecken. And they have 1 remaining to the Bulldogs. I'd like to take Mr. Will Burke tonight, doing the directing tonight, and his crew here at Grandville High School, audiovisual class. They're doing the production tonight, doing a fantastic job as they always do. We couldn't do it without them providing our camera work tonight. So 1 timeout for Grandville. 3 for the Wildcats with Jenison. Minute 56 to go. The Grandville Bulldogs looking to pull off the game tonight. They will face their counterparts, the Bulldogs from Byron Center, if they prevail tonight. Whoever prevails in this game. That's Greg Werr. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. It's going to be tipped out, and I believe that was tipped out by number 1 in Stedman. Minute 50 to go. Wildcats playing some tough defense here, as they should. Not Richardson, that's Rakowski. Over to DeVries, and we're going to pick up a foul here. Much to this liking, I think, of number 12. Stedman actually hit 3rd. Team 5th and going to the line to shoot 2. Well, that's team 4, sorry. I was on the wrong side of the, looking at the wrong team. That's Rakowski over to Richardson. Minute 40 to go, and that's an airmail right into the scores table, and the score table goes wide. Let's see if Sam's all right, and Sam looks like he's all right down there. Turnover for the Bulldogs. That's not what they wanted to do. They're just letting the Wildcats come back. Minute 30 to go. Score remains 31-27. Wildcats have come empty the last couple trips down the court. It's been turnover after turnover. They're taking good shots. It's a triple try, no good. Nice box out. Nice rebound. And that's going to stay with the Wildcats. Minute 12 to go. It's coming down to the clutch time here. They'll work it in, and we're going to pick up a Grandville Bulldog foul. Greg Werr, her first. Double bonus is still in effect. Is Chatfield. So Chatfield looking to get points 3 and 4 here. Bulldogs, or the Wildcats, 0 for 2 from the last trip, and it's 0 for 3 still. They've yet to crack the ice and get back in the scorebook. As Dallett's going to check in for 44, DeVries. Minute 11 to go. Bulldogs looking to prevail here. At home, advanced another day. And Chatfield misses it. 0 for 4 are the Wildcats from the line in the last minute or so. Last two trips, they've been 0 for 4. That's critical. That could be into the ballgame. It could be tied. Under a minute to go. Keep away here for the Bulldogs. Dallett gets into Richardson, and it's going to stay with the Wildcats. 47.4, and here comes Titus. Let's see if Titus picks up her fifth. She has 4. This Titus. The girl you do not want to send to the line is number 3, Rakowski. And that's going to be Perez. And Perez gets out of trouble. She'll dribble it out. And we're going to pick a foul here. Let's see if it's on Titus or is it on the other player that was guarding with her. It's going to be on Titus. That's going to be her 5. That's actually number 5, Maynard, her second. Titus was right there, too. Titus is 3, Maynard's is 5. And Perez is at the line, and she'll get the first one. And Perez is 1 for 2 from the line. She has 4 points now. Letches the lead out to 5. 32-27, 30 seconds to go. Still time for the Wildcats to get in. They'll be shooting 2 from the line with 25.9. Dallett is going to pick up her first. In the last 2 trips to the line, Wildcats are 0 for 4. See if they can do better here in the third trip. They do with the first. One for 2 from the line out of the for the Wildcats. Chatfield goes 1 for 2 from the line. And it's 32-28, a 4-point lead. It's all but sealed up. Just the final score needs to be tallied. There's Titus's 5th. She'll fall out with 3 points tonight. Will Titus. And Dallett's at the line. First one's good for Dallett. Timeout. Full timeout. That's their last one. And Dallett will be at the line to shoot one more. Well, our unofficial tally of points and scoring at the conclusion of today's ball game, and we'll look on to get other finals from across the viewing area. Still trying to get a final from that Hudsonville, Wyoming game. That involves 2 teams that are going to come here to this facility on Wednesday. .3 seconds to go on the clock. 33-28. Bulldogs lead by 5. And I believe Jenison's probably going to call a timeout if they get the ball when they get it over half court. And Dallett shooting one more. Doing this with 4 scores on the, 5 scores, and Dallett's going to hit her next one. She's 2 for 2 from the line in critical time. Makes the score 34-28. I don't. That's okay. You put the cold shooting Wildcats on the line. They're 2 for 6 from the line in the last 3 trips. That's going to be on Richardson. That'll be her third. But still not over. Still time for the Wildcats to get in here. The Rutgers crowd here in Grandville, you're probably going to hear them. Now they're 2 for 7. Two for 7 from the line are the Wildcats in critical time. They're 3 for 8 from the line. And we pick up a foul here on the Wildcats. Let's be on number 1, Stedman, her 4th. And Perez will be at the line to shoot a pair. To put the nail in the coffin. But she can't. 34-29. 9 seconds to go. Just all but over. Just waiting the final score. Bulldogs and Perez will get the free throw. She has 5 now. And a timeout, Jenison. .8 seconds to go. Grandville 35, Jenison 29. The 2-12, 6-16 Bulldogs and the 16-6 Wildcats battling it out here in district play. The winner of today's game will go to 5:30 on a Wednesday. Here in Grandville, they'll play the Bulldogs of Byron Center at 5:30. The winner of the Hudsonville, Wyoming game will come here to face the Falcons of East Kentwood. So be Jenison ball. They have to go full look at the court, and that's going to about do it. And I don't know why Jenison's fouling here. Just let her dribble it out. And the Bulldogs punch their ticket to the semifinals here in District 7. On official scoring, first of all, for the Wildcats of Jenison, Stedman with 5 unofficially. Titus fouls out with 3. Maynard with 12. Stickler with 3. I believe she did the free from missing. 3 for Butler and 3 for Chatfield. And for the victorious Bulldogs, it's going to be Dalwood 4, 7 for Richardson, 16 for Rakowski, 2 for Haight. Perez has 5. And that's all the scoring for the Bulldogs. So for Will Burdick and all the staff and crew here at Grandville, I'd like to thank them for their wonderful work tonight, and for the athletic director here at Grandville, Mr. Brian Parsons, and as an assistant in Mr. Klein Hexel. Say so long and join you on a future broadcast.